Organizations using identity-center domains previously could not leverage serverless workflow orchestration in SageMaker Unified Studio, requiring them to provision and manage Apache Airflow infrastructure manually or use IAM-based domains instead. You can now orchestrate data processing tasks with Apache Airflow in identity-center domains without provisioning or managing infrastructure. The system automatically provisions compute resources when workflows run and releases them upon completion, ensuring you pay only for execution time. Each workflow operates with its own execution role in isolated worker, providing workflow-level security and preventing interference between workflows. You gain access to a visual workflow experience with approximately 200 operators, including built-in integrations with Amazon S3, Amazon Redshift, Amazon EMR, AWS Glue, and SageMaker AI. This capability is available in all AWS regions where SageMaker Unified Studio operates. Managing multiple SSL/TLS certificates in ACM becomes challenging as your infrastructure grows, making it difficult to locate specific certificates or identify those nearing expiration. ACM now provides native search capabilities to address this problem. You can search certificates by domain name or ARN to quickly locate specific certificates in your account. You can filter certificates by validity status to identify certificates that are due to expire soon, enabling proactive renewal management. You can use the Search Certificates API programmatically to integrate certificate search into your automation workflows and scripts. You can access search functionality across all AWS regions, including public AWS, AWS China, and AWS GovCloud, ensuring consistent certificate management regardless of your deployment location. As trading partners and networks transition from IPv4 to IPv6, you face connectivity barriers when your file transfer infrastructure only supports IPv4. You can now connect to IPv6 trading partners via SFTP and AS2 connectors, enabling communication with remote servers that have adopted the newer protocol. You can access web apps from IPv6 native networks and devices, allowing end users to upload and download files without protocol limitations. You can use dual-stack support for IPv4 and IPv6 systems, maintaining compatibility with existing infrastructure while adopting newer standards. You can transition between protocols at your own pace, eliminating the need for immediate migration and reducing operational risk. Running Oracle databases on previous generation instances limits your performance and increases operational costs due to lower memory bandwidth and processing capabilities. You can now deploy M8i and R8i instances on Amazon RDS for Oracle to address these constraints. These instances use custom Intel Xeon 6 processors exclusive to AWS. You achieve 15% better price performance compared to previous generation Intel-based instances, reducing your database operating costs while maintaining performance. You access 2.5x more memory bandwidth than prior Intel instances, enabling faster query execution and higher transaction throughput for memory-intensive workloads. You can modify existing or create new database instances through the RDS Management Console, AWS SDK, or CLI. The instances support both Oracle Database Enterprise Edition and Standard Edition 2 under the Bring Your Own license model. Running complex quantum algorithms requires QPUs with sufficient qubits and gate fidelity to execute deeper circuits without excessive error accumulation. You can now access Rigetti's Cepheus 1108Q on Amazon Braket, the first 100-plus qubit superconducting QPU available on the service. The device uses a modular multi-chip architecture with 12 9-qubit chiplets. You can run deeper circuits because CZ gates provide higher resilience to phase errors and reduce leakage errors compared to previous I-swap gates, enabling use cases like chemical simulation, combinatorial optimization, and machine learning. You can build programs using the Braket SDK or integrate with frameworks like Qiskit, CUDA-Q, and PennyLane. You can also control the hardware at the pulse level to study noise, develop custom gates, or devise error mitigation schemes. The device is available in the U.S. West, North California region through the Braket Management Console. Analyzing AWS costs often requires navigating complex interfaces and understanding specific filtering options, which can slow down investigations and limit accessibility for team members without specialized knowledge. Cost Explorer now integrates Amazon Q Developer to address this by letting you query cost and usage data conversationally. You can query cost data using natural language through Amazon Q by typing questions in plain English instead of manually configuring filters. You receive auto-updated visualizations with filters and groupings that correspond to your questions, eliminating manual chart configuration. You can start with suggested prompts or ask custom questions using the Ask Question button to explore spending patterns in your own words. You can continue conversations with context-aware follow-up queries, allowing you to move from high-level cost checks to detailed investigations without switching tools. This capability is available in all commercial AWS regions at no additional charge. Organizations store analytics data and data lakes in S3, but file-based tools and applications cannot directly work with that data. Bridging this gap requires managing separate file systems, duplicating data, and building pipelines to keep object and file storage synchronized. S3 Files solves this by letting you access S3 data as a file system from any compute instance, container, or function. You can run file-based applications on S3 data without code changes, eliminating the need to duplicate or stage files. Thousands of compute resources can connect to the same S3 file system simultaneously, enabling shared access across clusters. S3 Files caches data for low-latency access and provides up to multiple terabytes per second of aggregate read throughput. Your data remains accessible through both file system and S3 APIs at the same time, with no migration required for existing S3 buckets. Security teams face challenges identifying vulnerabilities in critical software before threats emerge, often requiring extensive manual analysis of large code bases. You can now use Claude Mythos Preview on Amazon Bedrock to accelerate defensive cybersecurity work. You can identify security vulnerabilities in software by having the model comprehend large code bases with less manual guidance than previous models. You can demonstrate exploitability of discovered vulnerabilities to understand the actual risk and prioritize fixes. You can reduce manual guidance requirements as the model delivers actionable findings with greater autonomy. You can access the model through gated preview in U.S. East, North Virginia, if your organization is on the initial allow list, ensuring internet-critical companies and open-source maintainers can strengthen their code bases before broader availability.